In this video, we will show you how to replace your leaf spring support bracket on this Dodge Ram. You'll have two of these, one on each side, the rear of your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. The first thing you're going to want to do is safely raise and support the rear of your vehicle by the frame. We'll make our way underneath the rear differential with a jack. We want to apply a little bit of pressure. Once you've done that, we'll make our way to the bottom bolt on the leaf spring shackle. To remove the lower bolt on the leaf spring shackle, use a 10mm Allen head to hold the bolt head in here. Once you've done that, we'll be using a 24mm to remove the mounting nut. Make sure you can move that bolt. At this point, we can start removing the bolt. If it feels like it's stuck in this position, you may have to raise or lower the differential to get this aligned and slide it out towards the center of the vehicle. Now that we have the mounting bolt out of the shackle, we'll continue on to having a look at where the bracket connects to the frame. On these areas, you'll find that you have 4 rivets holding it in place. We're going to have to cut these out. You can either use a cutting wheel, or if you have some torches, go ahead and use those. I've got the 2 rear rivets out of place. We'll continue on and do the same exact thing for the forward rivets. For the bottom forward bolt, you're going to want to safely raise that rear differential so the shackle and the leaf spring come up and out of the way. Once you've removed the lower rivet, go ahead and lower the differential back down so the shackle and leaf spring are down and out of the way so you can gain access to the upper one. Before you remove the last mounting stud, it's a good idea to make sure that you're holding the bracket up so it doesn't potentially fall down and hurt you. Now along the inboard side of that leaf spring bracket, you might find that you have a bracket that makes its way all the way over to the frame, right across here. We're going to want to remove that using an 18mm along the top to hold the bolt head and an 18mm for the bottom nut. Let's use a pry bar and carefully separate this. Hold on to the bracket while you remove your support. And now we can remove the bracket. There it is, friends. With the bracket out of there, we can continue removing the rest of the mounting hardware that's still in place. Use a hammer and chisel or an air chisel. There's one. Do the same to all. Now that we've removed the mounting hardware, let's clean and inspect all of the mounting holes. There's a wire brush for this. All right, let's get ready for the installation of our brand new leaf spring support bracket. We'll take this and we'll slide it right into place. Continue on with all 4 of your mounting bolts. Slide that through there. We'll get those other 2 on the forward side here. Now we can start on our mounting nuts. This one up here. Once you have all of them started, we can go ahead and snug them up. We'll be using an 18 on both sides of this. To tighten these bolts, you may have to raise or lower the differential to gain access to them. Now for this one, I'll be putting the gun on the other side. Let's do the rearward bolts. Once you have each of them snug, go around one more time and double check to make sure they're all nice and tight. Let's get our shackle aligned with the bracket. Install your lower bolt. The next thing we'll do is remove the support from underneath the differential. Now before we tighten this lower bolt, make sure that the complete weight of the vehicle is down on the ground and it's in its original ride height position. The next thing we can do is tighten that mounting bolt. For the mounting bolt head, you'll have to use a T60 Torx head socket. Put that right in there. We'll use a 24mm for the nut, and then we can tighten this up. Once you have it tight, torque it to 120 foot-pounds. Okay friends, we showed you how to do one side of your leaf spring bracket. If you're doing these as a pair, go over to the other side of the vehicle and do the exact same thing. Once you've completed that, go ahead and take your vehicle for a road test, listen for any noises, and get yourself safely down to your local alignment shop. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.